I'm back with our second make and take tonight. I hope you guys are having fun. I decided we needed a Valentine project. As crafters, you know, we kind of have to work ahead. We've got to get all of our supplies in time to make our crafts. And so we have about 6 weeks until Valentine's Day. So I wanted to get a jump start, and I have been, you would think it's Valentine's Day in my office. I've been making tons of Valentine's Day things. This project is based on a project that one of my downline made last year with the Pyramid Pals, and it blew my mind. It was the cutest thing I'd ever seen. So I reinvented it this year with some current products, and I thought you guys would really like it. Let's talk about some of the products that are used. Our Valentine's suite in the Occasions catalog is fantastic. Last year I was a little bit disappointed with what we had, but this year I am not. I am really motivated to work on Valentine stuff because of all of this. So I am using one of the stamps from Sealed with Love and the coordinating framelits called Love Note Framelit Die. So if you're interested in some Valentine projects, I actually have a class that is designed around this. The class to go includes the stamp set and the framelits, and I thought I would show you just a couple of those projects real quick. There's a gift box in that class. There's a bag in a box. You can see how versatile this set is. It just really creates lots of different looks. There's a triangle box. There's our new window box. And let's see what else. A pillow box. And a tiny little mailbox. Isn't he adorable? So if you're interested in that, hop over to my blog. I've got information on that. And the PDF is available too for all of you demonstrators out there. All right, so let's get back to our project that we're making, this little pyramid. I told you about the stamp set. Now the Celebration stamp set that I'm using is a wonderful border stamp. I feel like sometimes we need more of these in our main catalog, so I was super excited to see this as a free offer in the Celebration catalog. It's called Delicate Details, and we are using this one right here. Now the other thing you'll need if you want to make a bunch of these is the Pyramid Pals Thinlit. This was huge last year. It came out this time last year in the Occasions 2015, and it's still available in the current annual catalog. And it makes cute little pyramid animals and stuff, but we're just going to use it to make the base of our arrow. So you'll need this one and the triangle that comes with it. Okay, so I guess you guys are probably ready for me to get to work. Stop talking, get to work. All right, so when you make this arrow, you need to cut 2 of these out, just like anytime you're gonna make this pyramid. So you're gonna cut 2 of them out like this, and we're gonna adhere them. I'm gonna go ahead and burnish these lines so I can see exactly where to line the paper up. Let's see, make sure I get it correct. All right, so there we have it. Now I'm just going to use Fast Fuse. Fast Fuse is good for a 3D project. Tear and tape is also really good. Now when we put this together, we want these 2 across from each other and these 2 across from each other. So make sure you're looking. Okay, now we're going to stamp this beautiful lace border along the bottom of each of the triangles. And I'm going to try to get it straight without sticking my head in. Let's see if I can do it. You guys can see better than I can. Let's see. Okay, good. That worked. And I'm using just real red ink. There we go. And I'm getting red ink all over my workspace, aren't I? Red ink seems to be the most, look. That's all right. We'll make that the back. It seems to be the most easily spread. Okay, so now we're ready to assemble our box. So we need to fold these in, and actually before we assemble, I'm going to show you a way to make a spout in your box so that your recipient doesn't have to tear the whole box apart to get the candy. This was something Melody Hyde, who's the lead concept artist at Stampin' Up, she did this, and I thought this was brilliant. So you're going to set it on your Simply Scored and just make that flush so your line is straight. And I'm going to make a line about right here. It looks like 1.5 inches. So I'm going to make a score line right there. And with my scissors, I'm going to cut that line. There. Okay, so now let's get back to the assembly. And I'm going to put adhesive on my tabs. And over here, we're going to put adhesive just on the bottom part, not up here. Because that's going to be the little opening to get the candy out. All right, so first we're going to do these. There we go. Press them down firmly. And then we're going to stick these in. This stays out, so you can stick your finger in there and press down on those tabs. Just, come on. It's making it look difficult, but it really isn't. Oh, behave. There we go. Okay, so now you can see this just folds in like this. So when your person wants to open it, they can open it like that and pour out their candy. Okay, now to make this an arrow, you're going to need a paper straw. You can find these at Walmart, Target, online, Amazon, all over the place. I've had these in my cabinet for a while, but I've seen them lots of places. So we need to cut a little bit of our tip off, and just about 1/8 of an inch down, I'm just gonna snip it off, okay, to make that hole right there for the straw. And I'm gonna get a couple of glue dots with the tip of my scissors. I'm gonna put one there. This is just gonna kind of keep the straw in place, so it isn't wobbly. I'm gonna push it down and just kind of squeeze those in. Now when you have candy in there too, it's gonna keep that straw centered. It'll hold it on better. Okay, so now we can close this. And we need to do a little bit, oh, you know, why? You guys, I swear to you, this only happens when I'm making a video. All right, we're gonna snip this off a little bit because it's getting stuck. It's like the paper is conspiring against me. There we go. Okay, that's ready. Now let's make the tag and the top of the arrow. So we're gonna need the Big Shot. And you know what? We do need to do a little bit of stamping before, because we can cut all of this at the same time. I'm just using one of the little hearts from the Sealed with Love set, and I'm just going to stamp it in real red on Whisper White. Put it right there and find my heart frame. Oh, it's over here because I was going to show you these. Here's all the framelits that you get. These are little tiny baby envelopes. They're so cute, super cute. So we're going to use this little heart right here, and that's going to go on there. We're also going to need this heart and one of the arrows. All right, so let's get this. Sometimes when you have the magnetic plate, the little framelits like to jump around. They bounce around. So I'm going to find a place where my framelit will sit still. Those magnets over time will flip in there, and it kind of makes your, it doesn't keep it from working, it just makes you have to find a better placement. All right, so a piece of real red for our arrow, and basic black for this heart, which is my favorite. I really like that heart. Okay, our top plate goes on. Uh-oh, I moved it. Nope, it still looks good. Okay, carefully. And I'm gonna run it through twice to make sure that that heart with the slits gets cut really well, because it's more intricate and we wanna make sure that it cuts. And so it was on the end of my plate. I think I might run it through one more time. It would be a good idea to use your the platform for your more detailed thinlits on this, but honestly, I just use the regular one. I've used it and it's worked just fine. All right, so now let's get our die brush and brush those little doodads out. Perfect. I love how easy that goes. All right, I have a 2-inch Whisper White circle that I used my circle punch for. And normally I would say use your fine tip glue pen on this, but because we're gonna put stuff in the center, I just put down some fast fuse right in the middle. And then we're going to get a dimensional, and I'm going to use part of this to make a smaller dimensional for my heart because the dimensionals are just a tad too big for that little heart. Right there. Whoops. Now, yes, if you place a $30 order using this hostess code by Sunday will be the deadline, I will send you the make and takes for this project too, including the die cuts already. Everything will be die cut for you. Alrighty, there we have that. Now let's stick this guy right here, right under there. And we're gonna, all right, now we're going to make a bow using some real red satin ribbon. We're going to pull it. Don't tighten it until you have pulled those little ends to make sure it's just the way you want it. Cut that off. Make those at an angle. And I am just going to use a glue dot right here. All right, so there we have it. Now the last part, we need the tip of the arrow. So like I told you, we are going to use this part of the Pyramid Pals collection to cut out 2 of the triangles. And at the end of your straw, just kind of squeeze it and get it to flatten. And then you can use a dimensional on either side to stick down your triangles. Turn it over this way. You could also use glue dots or even fast fuse if you'd like. I think dimensionals are the easiest. Kind of squish it flat and you are done. So there you have a really cute treat for your friends, your office, your coworkers, the teachers. Fill it with some Valentine candy and you will be the talk of Valentine's Day. All right, let me know if you have any questions, and it's time to play another game.